Morena, welcome back. Something slightly different today. Instead of a dinosaur book, we're going to have a dragon book. So this is another wonderful book from my friends here at Thames and Hudson. So this is called Franklin's Flying Bookshop. So this combines two of my loves, dragons and books. So sit back and enjoy, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did. Franklin's Flying Bookshop. Franklin's Flying Bookshop. Franklin loves stories. Stories keep him warm at night. His front door's a bookcase that keeps out the wind. There are lots of books inside the cave that Franklin lives in. He likes to read them out aloud for everyone to hear. I like to do that too. Every day Franklin reads about King Arthur and roller skating, about electricity and baking. He reads about spiders and ballet, and how to do kung fu. When the sun goes down, Franklin reads by the light of 1,000 fireflies, because fireflies like to hear stories too. But if it's a warm night, he spreads his wings and flies into the sky to read by the light of the moon. Reading on top of a cloud. Oh, that would be lovely. There is a village near Franklin's cave. Sometimes Franklin goes there, but it's always quiet and it's always empty, and he can never find anyone to read stories to. Have a look at the pictures. I wonder where the people are. What do you think they're feeling when Franklin comes into town? If you answered a little bit scared, I think you're right. So Franklin goes home and reads about gymnastics and helps the bats in his cave set up a trapeze. Then he yawns very loudly and stretches his tail and climbs into bed with a cup of chamomile tea. It's very nice, and it does make you a little bit sleepy. He sleeps tucked up under hundreds of comics and dreams about Vikings sailing over the sea. One day, by the stream, Franklin sees a man. "What are you?" cries the man, quaking in his boots. "Oh, I'm Franklin," says Franklin, and he holds out his hand. "I'm a dragon who loves books, and I live in a cave." But the man drops his fishing rod and runs far away. So Franklin goes home and reads about music and helps the mice in his cave start up a band. Franklin, you are very helpful, and you seem quite friendly. Next day, by the farm, Franklin sees a lady. "What are you?" cries the lady, shivering on the spot. "I'm Franklin," says Franklin, and he holds out his hand. "I'm a dragon and a band manager, and I like ballet." But the lady screams loudly and runs far away. So Franklin trails home and reads about space and helps the fireflies make patterns like the stars in the sky. Next day in the wood, Franklin sees a young girl. She has bright red hair, the same colour as the leaves, and she's reading a book, sitting under the tree. Ooh, Franklin likes book, and this little girl's reading a book. "Ooh, who are you?" asks the girl, jumping up to her feet. "I'm Franklin," says Franklin, and he holds out his hand. "I'm a dragon who likes stargazing and playing croquet." "Oh, I love dragons," cries the girl, and she shakes Franklin's hand. "Oh, you are in the book that I'm reading about about a faraway land." Luna tells Franklin she reads about remote secret islands, about treasure hunts and pirates, about fruit bats and acrobats, and how to be a spy. Franklin tells Luna he's read about sword fighters and fire eaters, about circuses and anteaters, about flower arranging and carol singing and making apple pie. Luna and Franklin feel like they are made out of stories. Stories with exciting beginnings, thrilling middles, and very happy ends. Stories about new people and strange places and about making friends. They want to share their favourite books with as many people as they can. So they sit down together and come up with a plan. They hoist bookshelves up high with the help of the mice. And they tie ropes around and round to make sure that they fit tight. They move a sofa, some cake tins, tie comics on with string. So hoist means to lift up. To make a small, lopsided bookshop between Franklin's wings. What a wonderful idea. Everybody climbs on board. Luna holds her breath. The mice hold each other. The fireflies gasp as the bats cross their toes. Franklin bends down low and runs as fast as he can. He sprints down the hill and spreads out his wings and takes off into the sunset with the help of the wind. Franklin lands his flying bookshop in the middle of the village. "Ah, it's that dragon," cries the fisherman. "What a monster," another cries. His name is Franklin," shouts Luna, a fierce look in her eyes. "We built this bookshop together from the books in his cave. Franklin's kind, and he's clever, and he is my friend." Look at little Luna. He is my friend. I love her because she's sticking up for her friend. There's a small silence. Franklin shuffles his feet in the quiet street. "It's nice to meet you," he says as he waves at the crowd, who have stopped in their tracks and are listening now. We have lots of stories that we'd love to share. Please come say hello and pull up a chair." What a lovely offer. The fireflies light up the shelves. The bats cartwheel along the bookcases, and the mice clear their throats and start singing songs. It isn't long before the villagers start taking a look, climbing up onto Franklin to peer at the books. Franklin takes a deep breath as Luna passes out cake. He tells them stories about scientists and Antarctica and snakes. He whispers tales about dragons and how to make creme brulee. And everyone is listening to what he has to say. "Let's fly!" Luna smiles as the fireflies dance and acrobatic bats show off their kung fu. So they all hold on tight as Franklin takes flight, reading books by the light of the moon. Isn't that a lovely story? Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite.